All right, my friends, we are continuing with our newest part of speech, our subject pronouns. Now remember, subject pronouns like to live at the beginning of our sentence, and that's the only place we will be able to find these subject pronouns. And if we go ahead and do our rhyme, we had I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. Now our chart looks a little bit different from our first video because I have labeled it now. We have first person, second person, and third person. First person is all about me. So if I wanted to replace the noun with a pronoun and I'm talking about me, I would use I or we if I'm talking about more than one person with me. We have first, second, third person, and at the top here you'll see the words singular or one person, plural, more than one person. First person, remember, it's all about me. So we use the pronouns I and we. Second person, all about you. If I am talking about one other person, I would point, I'm talking about you. If I'm talking about a lot of friends, like if all of you were in my classroom, I would still use the same word, even though I'm talking about more than one person. Third person, third person, it is all about them. So I'm either talking about he, she, it, or if there's many of them, they. So in your last worksheet, I'll bring out yesterday's work. You had first person, it's all about me. So we say I or we if there's plural, more than one person. Second person, all about you or you all. Now for our page today, third person, it is all about them. So if I'm talking about it, like the dog, it talks, it runs, it likes. So that's one way. Or you could fill it with, if I'm talking about just this young lady here, I would say she. She talks, she runs, she likes. So I could put that here too. And if I'm talking about this young gentleman here, the subject pronoun I'd use, he likes, he talks, he runs. So I'll go ahead and put she on top of our lady and he on top of our gentleman to remind us that if we are talking about them, but we're only talking about one at a time, we use it, she, and he. Then I have third person plural, more than one person. I'm talking about all of them. So I would say they talk. Oh, my speech bubble. Hold on. Mrs. Grosby's eyes are going to have to see if anything looks strange. They talks, they runs, and they likes. That can't be right. Mrs. Grosby, I noticed something that's off. When we use they, is there an S after our action word? Of course not. We say they talk. So I'm going to cross that out. They run. They like. I bet a lot of your eyes found that, just like how Mr. Alex found that mistake on the fish hooking that one time with 2 lines when it should have had 1. This little paper is trying to trick us by adding an S. Do we have an S after third person plural? Now we know we do not. They talk, they run, they like. So let's fill in our speech bubble here. At the bottom here, let's read each sentence and replace the noun with the pronoun that works, with the subject pronoun that works. The cake was delicious. Instead of the cake, I will call it, what will I say? Well, I said the answer, didn't I, Mrs. Garosby? It was delicious. Tom and Jill love to hike. Tom and Jill? That's more than one person. So I wouldn't use he, she, it. I would use they. Let's see if it fits. Tom and Jill love to hike. They love to hike. Well done. And is there an S? Do we speak by saying they loves to hike? Oh, no. So no S. Mr. Hunt is our favorite coach. What pronoun would we replace Mr. Hunt with? Well, that. Mr. Hunt is a proper boy noun. That is a gentleman, so we'll replace him with the subject pronoun he. He is our favorite coach. The boys are in the play. Boys. That sounds like a singular person or plural, more than one. The boys are in the play. So we'll say they are in the play. Now you notice we're replacing subject pronouns. They live at the beginning of our sentence. So they start with what kind of letter? An uppercase letter. Uppercase letter. That's very different from how Mrs. Grosby did it in the speech bubbles. So make sure once you're writing your full sentences, we use uppercase to begin a sentence. One more time. Here is our chart with our subject pronouns. We can say them nicely when we remember them. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. And remember, first person is all about me. So I use I and we. Second person is all about you. You, one person, and you all, if there's more than one. Third person is all about them. He, she, it, and they, if there's many. Thanks, friends. Have a fun time replacing your nouns with subject pronouns today.